After 4 years, the Godwit Days Spring Migration Bird Festival returns to its in-person events at the Arcata Community Center and around the county. Let's meet one of the organizers, Sue Lescue, right here and now on Redwood Newsmakers. Joining us today is Sue Lescue, media liaison for the Godwit Days Spring Migration Bird Festival. Sue, Godwit Days has been an Arcata event for quite a few years. Can you tell us a little bit about the history and why you've chosen the marble godwit as your focus?
Sure, Ross. Thanks for having us on. The city, back in the early 90s, they wanted an event in the spring to bring visitors and to be like a bookend for the North Country Fair. So they want something in the spring versus fall. It finally came to fruition in 1996 was the first year. The people that were on the advisory committee for Godwit Days said, okay, we're going to form our own nonprofit organization and we're going to run the festival. So I think it was 2005 was the first year that it was run as a nonprofit. And over the years it's expanded to as many as 7 days, and now coming back from COVID, we're doing 4 days, but this is a big deal doing 4 days.
So why was the marble godwit chosen as the focus?
Well, the reason we chose the marbled godwit is because it's a large, charismatic shorebird. Humboldt Bay hosts, thousands of them during migration.
Right.
During the festival, you go out there, you're definitely going to see a marbled godwit.
Let's talk about this year's event. Your organizers have planned field trips and lectures and workshops, and then there's the bird fair at the community center and the nature crafts event. Can you brief us on some of the highlights of the event this year?
Sure. This year we have 70 different sessions that make up the 4 days. Some are field trips, a few are lectures. We have 2 keynote lectures, one on Friday night, one on Saturday night. The first one is representatives from the Urocs, going to come talk about the condor reintroduction.
Are those sold out, those lectures? Are they still open for registration?
The Friday night lecture is free to anyone to come.
Okay.
And that's at 5 o'clock on Friday at the Arcata Community Center. And then 6:30, we're going to have some, short talks first, and so the condor talk will probably start around 7, and 2 different people from that the Urocs are going to come and speak about that.
You have something else too. The student bird art contest is an annual feature. What can you tell us about that?
Well, this is the 20th year that we've been doing that. I actually went to the boards of, I was on the board of Audubon and Friends of Arcata Marsh at the time, and went to them and said, why don't we do a student bird art contest and let any kid K through 12, Humboldt County, enter a bird that has been seen in Humboldt County.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big judging event. And we put every single one of them up in the hallways and the lobby of the Arcata Community Center.
Right.
So you can go see your grandchild's work or whatever.
Right.
You may have to search a little bit through 650 to find it. And we have some cash prizes, a lot of honorable mentions, and some Best Bird and Habitat awards.
Remind people again the dates so they need to hurry.
Yes, we have field trips starting on Thursday, April 13th, and then Friday is when we move into the community center and open up the bird fair. We also have a silent auction with some very generous individual donors and company donors. So we have gift certificates, and we have bird-related items and lots of puzzles.
Sue, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'd just like to invite everyone to come to Godwit Days. There are free events. There are ones that have a small fee to go on the field trips. We want to celebrate the return of birds to our area because Humboldt Bay is world-renowned. It's an international spot of bird concern.
Sue Lescue, thanks for filling us in on the Godwit Days for this year.
Well, thanks for having me so much, Ross.